Assalamu alaikum, I'm Hamza Brar and I will be explaining the code as part of the assignment. So in code 1 what we are doing is that first we are initializing the LCD, then we are declaring integers TOV, TCNT and overflow that has value 0. Moving on to the function void timer. In this function, in the function void timer, we are first declaring initializing value integer and its value is 0. Timer counter 0 is being used, which is an 8-bit timer. So normal mode without any clock, we are setting normal mode by giving 0 to TCCR0A. TCCR0B is 0 cross 05 in hex, which means prescaler of 1024 is used. So while TIFR0 and TOVO is 1, this whole thing is equal to 0. So what is happening in the while loop is that it is waiting for the timer to overflow, so that the timer overflow flag is 1 and the whole thing will become equal to 0. So what's happening in this while loop is that when the timer is overflowed, the while loop is executed. So what's happening after the timer is overflowed is that value is stored. What is value? It's the value of TC and T0 that's mentioned inside the while body. So after exiting the while loop, TCCR0B is equal to 0. We are stopping the timer. We are clearing the value of timer. We are stopping the timer, and we are giving 1 to TOVO. TIFR0 is equal to. So we are clearing the timer overflow flag, and we are incrementing the value of overflow. So overflow plus plus means that, so TCNT is equal to value. We are storing value in TCNT integer, and TOV is equal to overflow. So this is something that we'll be using in the main loop. So let's move on to the main loop. We're declaring the output port C and D, initializing the LCD, and we are simply printing. We have declared TOV character and TCNT. TCNT character. So yeah, we are initializing the string, and we are we have written overflow on string and then ITOA. What this function is doing is that it is converting the integer into the character, and 10 means the decimal. The conversion is decimal conversion to character. So yeah, this is what's happening. And then moving on, it is also we are also printing the timer counter value. So the value of counter is being showed on the LCD at every moment. So yeah, we can also see the timer counter value, and we can also see in the overflow how many times the counter has overflowed. Both of them are being displayed on the LCD. And moving on to the next code, here we are using timer 16. Similarly, this is digital clock. So what we will be doing here is that we will be incrementing seconds, minutes and hours. So after 60 seconds, after 60 increments, we will increase, we have to make a function that is so that after 60 seconds there is a single increment to the minutes integer, and similarly after 60 minutes one increment our integer is incremented once after 60 minutes. So that's how we are able to make a clock, and we are displaying it here. So what's different from the above code is that we are using timer 1, which is 16-bit timer. So we are not overflowing it, rather than we are using output compare OCR1A, that is 15625, and similarly TCCR1A is 0 and TCCR1B is 0 cross 05. That's prescaler of 1024. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And similarly, we're converting the ITOA is a function to convert an integer into a string. And similarly, we can see we have used for loop for increment minutes variable, seconds variable, and minute and hours variable. So yeah, that's how we have made a digital clock. That's it.